Did that work? That did work. Wonderful. So, good to know that OBS has once again disconnected my microphone. Anyway, welcome back to another round of Civilization 7. Last stream we have ended. We finished the modern age with Himiko, and this time I decided to return back to Xerxes the Achaemenid. Real quick, he gains 1 trade route limit with all other leaders, 10 trade range, 50 culture and 100 gold per age when you create a trade route or road, and a culture and gold per age on unique buildings and improvements. And let me tell you, was I tempted to go Axum and the Chalcedony Seal memento to get insane yields on the Howlets, the Axumite unique improvement, but I wanted to go for a trade-heavy game this game. So I chose the Mississippian Empire. They gain all buildings, receive a +1 food adjacency for resources, and 30% production towards the Monk's Mound. They also gain a unique ranged unit, the Burning Arrow, which has increased bombard strength and 3 combat strength against siege units, and it also applies the burning status to tiles for 2 turns. They get a unique merchant, which gains 25 gold per resource acquired, and they gain a unique building that gives 1 gold and 1 food for each adjacent resource. And think about it, we also get a culture and a gold per age on top of that unique building. That is not why I wanted to take the Mississippian Empire. It was because of the unique unit, and maybe I'll do the Xerxes Chalcedony Seal Axum game in another stream at some point. But what I wanted to do this time is remember the 1 trade route with all other leaders. We've got the Incense Center memento that gives me 2 culture per age for every active trade route, and the gold fluted file, that gives +1 trade route limit with all other leaders. So, in theory, if that works how I think about it, when we meet someone, we should have immediately 3 trade route limits with that leader that we have met at some point. And what we want to do is get as many trade routes out as possible to maximize on that culture per active trade route, and we'll see how high we can stack that culture. In my head, that sounds like a fun idea. I don't know how strong this will be in the end, but that's why we're here, to test that out. So, let's check our start. Very deserty, very vegetated. Can we please, that is flat desert though, that is vegetated, I don't know. Improved, okay, yeah, woodcutter, there's a woodcutter, so very woodcutter heavy. We've got 2 dates, which gives us 2 food and happiness. We've got a clay resource, which gives a production on warehouse buildings. And we've got a cotton resource, which gives 2 food and 2 production. We have no navigable river. Currently we have no river at all next to our settlement. We could settle here. Thankfully though, that oasis gives us fresh water and adjacent as well. We've got a river to our north, we got a river to our west. We've got another oasis. That is another oasis, and another oasis right there. I think I would like to settle in there. We've got a little bit of rough terrain, so that could be a couple of mines, couple of woodcutters. Yeah, I say we could move towards that river, or we could move towards the south, but I don't know what's going on there. And I think I like the place where I'm settling right now. I don't want to go away from the cotton, but who knows, maybe there's some good stuff down there, so I don't want to move away from that as well. So let's settle in place, and we've founded Cahokia. And as always, let's start with a scout. And we see there's a wine resource that gives us 2 happiness in the capital and 10% culture when in a celebration. And we have gotten a tin resource that gives us 2 production in cities and 4 production in towns. So already I like the idea that we have decided to stay where we are. Now, like I said, we've got a lot of woodcutters and potentially a lot of mines around us. So the brickyard could help us quite well, which gives us 1 production clay pit, mines and quarries. We also would get 1 food and plantations and 1 production clay pits. Could come in handy later. We could go for animal husbandry. That would give us our unique unit. It would give us the saw pit, which would give us 1 production on camps and woodcutters. And we would also get an extra production on camps and woodcutters, just like that. In sailing, we would... Yeah, sailing probably wouldn't be helpful in any way. So I am tempted to start with animal husbandry this time. Getting the production up and running sounds like a very nice plan. Other than that, we are playing on Viceroy difficulty, a continents plus map, standard size, long age length, standard resource, spawn, whatever. We can already build the granary, farms, 1 food on farms, pastures and plantations. We might have some up there, but I think for now a second scout, as always, is a smart thing. I can already see a wreckage down here, a cairn up there, and a campfire up there. And I will send you to the southwest. Now, in terms of where do I want to grow? If we could get the dates quickly, that would give us 2 food, 2 happiness per dates in that city. That would be quite nice. I'd like to go towards the cotton. And eventually, I mean, I'd like to go towards all of them. But I think picking up 2 quick dates is good. Then again, that is only a +1 gold tile so far. So we probably want to get our hands on the saw pit as quickly as possible. It is a woodcutter though, so that will turn into a +1 gold, +1 production tile pretty soon. And there is a city-state, a friendly one. Soldiers have just been here, their campfires are still warm, and there are supplies packed in anticipation for their return. However, just now all is still and quiet. Take the supplies for some gold, or demolish the camp and erect a banner. We'll take the gold, just in case we get another narrative event that needs gold for us, or we want to buy, I don't know, let's say a settler or something like that. And there is a that is not scientific, that is a commercial city-state. That was the word I was looking for. I knew something with a C, which is quite nice. I do not want to go to the dates just yet because it would delete that cairn. Was it a cairn? I think it was a cairn, yeah. So instead, I'd like to go more towards the tin right there. 1, 2, that silver's unfortunately just outside of my range. But a city down there, I mean, there's the city-state a little bit in the way. But somewhere a city down there could be worth it. Famine has left breeders without sufficient pasture for their animals. Close to desperation, they are willing to part with a few in exchange for a place to graze. Help the breeders find pastures. We would lose this unit and 300 gold to get a horseman, or we could move on and get 20 food. I think I'll take the food. I mean, I have to take the food. There's nothing to think about it. 300 gold that early on is insane. But I think even if I had the gold, I'd not have a horseman, probably. You will definitely get that cairn. 1, 2, 3. That silver is unfortunately also out of reach. Barely. But yeah, settling somewhere around here could be worth quite a lot. We could even make that into a city and then later on potentially get the Colossus. That would be nice. This place of respite has sheltered countless travelers, a symbol of humanity's perseverance in spite of a hostile wilderness. Stay a while for happiness and culture, or for influence. I am not too scared about not getting that city-state. I just realized I missed a cave down there. Whoops. So I think I'll take the happiness and culture. And I do have a couple of I have potential for a couple of mines, and eventually I do want to go towards writing, probably yet. So yeah, we'll also quickly grab pottery. That works quite well. I also go for mysticism, and actually we want to go for code of laws as quickly as possible because we want merchants. Let's also go for food, I guess it is okay, and we'll take charismatic leader for that little bit of extra culture. The voice of power. A newly elected governor has earned the people's fervor. With her impassioned speeches, she seems adept at riling up the people. Whip up their enthusiasm for war, or inspire love of their homeland. We'll take the scout. Actually, that means we start with a 4 scout opener, and we don't even need to produce another scout, which is quite nice. There is the campfire that you will take, and there is another tent camp that you will make your way. Okay, I'd like to have that one. And we have found Harriet Tubman.
So, here we meet. And I gotta ask myself, you gonna be my friend or my foe?
We're going to be friendly. I'd hate to use the 20 Diplo favor, but I do want to be friends with people in order to be able to trade with them a lot. Harry Tubman made local festivity. That one I'll take the influence though. And you are somewhere to my east. Good to know. We will go for the saw pit. Again, one production on camps and woodcutters is quite important. And we will actually place that one on top of that tile. And we'll take the second dates tile. An aging recluse has opened their homestead to orphans. He is ailing, but the children seem able to sustain the land. Let them in for culture and happiness, or bring the children back for production in Cahokia. We'll take the culture and the happiness. And here we get artisans have refined a technique for making glass, pouring molten sand into unique clay molds. The dust of the earth is cooked into captivating charms. Learn the glassmaker's technique for production and happiness, or package the goods for market. Now we'll take the production. Forget the happiness up and running, that is good. We'll take the food per turn for now, and tool making is also quite nice to have. There's some gold. There is a wreckage up there. A lot of mountains. That could be a defendable land, and depending on where that that navigable river goes, we could even have some nice access to the sea. So that could be something we'd like to settle. I'd like to see around here. Maybe I can get you around to there. We'll see. Hunters have set up camp in a quiet forest. They complain of their neighbors who encroach on their lands and cull the wildlife. Still, they're happy to trade with what they have. Trade with the hunters for food and production, or negotiate with the neighbors. We'll negotiate, because that way we get the influence and soon be able to befriend Kwaiji. Having a mercantile city-state would be quite nice. You will continue down that coastline. I'm not sure, maybe I won't get that wreckage, but I would like to see what's around here, because that could also be an interesting settlement later on. There is Sea Thap, and unfortunately there's also Catherine. Sure, let's be friendly with her.
Екатерина Алексеевна, императрица и попечительница искусств. Но вы можете называть меня Софи.
Sophie. Yeah, let's be friendly. That'll that will put us back a little bit, but like I said, I'd rather have them friendly with me. There is a hostile city-state, unfortunately, and there are 2 scouts from Kathleen, so she's probably, yep. She's not only probably down there, but she is definitely down there. So she will actually probably start to befriend that city-state soon. So we should really, really go for that. So we will just accept that and not support. Actually, with you being down there, I probably would like you to go east more.
All.
In 1 turn, the saw pit is done. We'll also just accept that because we'd like to have Kwaiji. Now, City Patron Goddess is already gone. That was to be expected. Is there a trade route pantheon? Probably not. No, at least not that I saw anything that says anything about trade routes. So I guess God of the Sun. There's no God of Trades or God of Trades. That's interesting. Production of clay pits, mines, quarries, receive 1 happiness from coast, production of string settlers, wonders and cities with an altar, science, military unit production, everything at once, production for fishing boats, production towards builders, gold on camps and woodcutters, food on farms, pastures and plantations. Actually, that could also be quite nice. The gold on woodcutters, we do have quite a lot, though probably not for long. Healing for units and rural tiles, culture on quarters and settlements, growth rate in settlements, happiness for adjacency for mountains and natural wonders. Yeah, there is absolutely no trade route pantheon, so I guess we'll go God of the Sun. That is okay. We can do. I wanted to take a look with the lookout skill. I forgot that. Oh well. Oh, could we not? No, we cannot. Alright, let's run away. Oh, you survived. You went over that river at the exact same time. Exact right time, not same. Yeah, the all-time we look at that. 3 food, 1 production, 1 gold, 2 science, 2 culture, and 3 happiness. That is good. We will definitely take that culture. That is a very important
like our veins.
altar, not culture, altar.
The veins of the world.
There's the Grand Canyon. What does that one do again? 2 science on flat terrain in the settlement and 2 culture and 4 happiness. There is a hostile scientific city-state. Ooh, having that one would be nice. Not sure if we can get that one, but it would be nice. Settling here would also be nice, though. How close is Harriet Tubman, though? Okay, so we really have that mountain range. There are a lot of interesting places to settle. I kind of want to go north more, but I need to be careful. My scouts are rather squishy, and I don't want them to be killed. But that suddenly, although that is on flat terrain, there is quite some flat terrain around, so that could be worth going for. Let's continue to go for the tin. Can we move? That also looks like a mountain range. It's very mountainous here. There's a cave. Should probably think about building up some settlers. But I do want to... Okay, there is another hostile city-state. We should probably go for the hostile ones. I'd love to go for Sithep, because it is not hostile. And therefore would be able to befriend it quicker. But especially Shomron will probably be difficult if I want to settle in that direction. So we probably want to try to take to befriend that city-state as quick as possible. Yeah, and it seems that the only way up north, as long as we don't have any way of going to the water, is through that little section. Which is wild. Okay, we'll go down south because there is a wreckage. So I should probably go for sailing, I assume. She already has her second city out. Okay, we are closing in, however. With 288, what's the price of a settler? We can already get a settler, so we will get a settler. There's another hostile city-state. Severe drought has left these farmlands dormant, but the farmers, relentless, have devised a plan to irrigate, replenishing lands and spirits both. Aid the irrigation plans for a little bit of food, or stockpile resources for future disasters for a little bit of happiness. I think I'll take the happiness. Now, where would I like to settle first? I would really love to settle down there, but I think that will be the better settlement, or will it? If you are, yeah, you are a dead scout. That is a little bit of a shame. We are, however, at 173 influence now, so we can start befriending Shamron, but she already befriends it. Do I care for Shamron then? I would need another... does it say? I can look that up, right? Kwanji, 100. I would need another 100 influence to try to get past her. That would be like in another 9 to 10 turns. And I would rather use that influence to befriend other independents, like, for example, Troy. So I might not care about that Tubman gets Shamron. That's a good question. Do I care about her getting that city? I mean, another 100 influence. What's her influence? She can't be there for 10 to... Nah, if she wants to, she can probably fight me for that. She can have that one. I'll take Troy. Then, alright, I'll try to take Troy then. And there's a militaristic hostile city-state. Let's get another settler real quick. And I do think I want to settle the coast there. And at some point the coast up there as well. I might forego the idea of settling the Grand Canyon, because I think that these are more interesting or helpful settlements. Maybe. We'll see about that. Raising the earth. The Mississippians gather baskets in hand to mold the earth according to their vision. As they bear soil and clay to each new mound, they celebrate their growth and the future they lay for their children. Hold a festival for locals or entice visitors from afar. We'll hold the festival. I need to get these traders up and running quickly. There's writing. Let's go towards masonry now. And you actually weren't attacked. That is interesting. We have gotten our commander. Is it smart to continue to take a look down what's going on? I mean, there is a cave, but there's also a slinger not letting me through, so yeah, that's not going to happen. Should not have done that, shouldn't I? That it was a little bit of a dumb move. Oh, hang on, wait. I did say I wanted to go sailing so that my land units can embark, didn't I? Run. Let's get the tin. You get 2 production in cities, 4 in towns, so we will immediately slot you over once we can. I doubt you will get out there alive. You might have a problem. Yep, you are dead as well. Okay, we've lost 2 scouts. We can still scout here, but we cannot... I mean, I guess we can potentially get out there if we get open borders or something like that. But yeah. So what do we want? Do we want the... First of all, we want the production. Not going to happen. That is a bonus resource. We'll take the bonus. We'll take the die. But that is for happiness. I'd like the production here first. Because if I remember correctly, production translates into... what's it called? Money, gold. Where is the next town I want to settle? If I were to settle, for example, that town, I'd probably want to settle a town somewhere around here. And I want to settle that town. 1, 2, 3. So we could potentially still settle some other town. Is that smart? Probably not to let him to send him around like that, but we'll see about that. I want to go for the Great Stele. Not sure if I can. We'll see about that. I do want to go for the Great Stele though. So let's try and go for it. Alright, there is the economic city-state. We could get 5 trade route range. That would be awesome to have. 5% gold. The lapis lazuli resource, which would also be nice. And gold buildings receive 1 gold for every city-state you're student of. Or the emporium, 2 gold, 2 golden cities. Yeah. I think we'll go with the trade route range. Because we are all about trading. And hopefully we can pick up Seleucia or Seleucia or whatever it's called, and get lapis lazuli that way. That is the hope that I'm having. That is the dream that lives in my mind. Alright, I would like that wine quickly. Yes. We'll go into the growth. Let's give the gold to Alsan. Or do we give scout movement and sight? We only have 1 left is the problem. But he might go up north, although he probably... Yeah, you know what? Let's get survey. We might want... We do want to find... we do want to find Tubman and her lands. What's Troy doing so far? Good so far. And yeah, we've also got a 2nd scout actually. I completely forgot about that dude. Okay, and we can settle here, immediately go for the silk, but first, paramount chiefdoms. The seat of authority has traditionally been shared among representatives from different towns, but some have begun to argue that those who live in the capital are better poised to delegate issues to the rest, and their voices are growing louder. Maintain distributed power for 10% production including towards building, or consolidate power in the capital for 15 production towards buildings, but only in Cahokia. I do want to get some cities, so we'll take the 10%. And like I said, we immediately go for that silk. The question is, can we slot that in? We can. Lovely. And we can get the dyes into that town, so that we have room for another city resource. Now, let's see. I'd like to see where the continent will stop and continue on with the ocean towards the distant lands. And there is Tubman. She is fighting probably Shamron. That looks like Shamron. We can, yeah, I wanted to go for the wine. You do want to attack Kusa though. I don't like to see that. What's the price of a burning arrow? 120. Let's get a burning arrow in there and see if we can't do anything against that. We also need to wait with scouting until we can get Seleucia on our side. Let's send our army commander down as well to protect this a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. We're just out of range of everything here, but we could still go for the wine, we could still go for the clay, or for the cotton. Let's go towards the woodcutter though. Run. There's Axum. Ah, she went with the Axumite. Interesting. Next turn we should be able to start befriending Seleucia or Seleucia or whatever it's called. Okay, looks like she has a pretty good spot when it comes to distant lands. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
An eye for
There
an
is my
eye.
unique merchant. A community has organized a festival celebrating the oyster harvest. Mollusks roast over heated stones while travelers trade mouth-watering recipes. Savor the feast for food and happiness, or declare the creature sacred for some culture. Let's take a look at the Mississippian tree. With earthworks, we get the podcop that we've already looked at, and 10% production towards constructing buildings. With its mastery, we gain a settlement limit, shell-tempered pottery that gives all buildings receive a +1 gold adjacency for resources, and the monk's mound, which we definitely want to have. Wahi gives the burning arrows, can pillage within 2 tiles for 1 movement, and a Tassa for combat strength for ranged units when defending. And Ka-Naha gives 2 resource capacity in the capital and 1 gold and happiness for every imported resource. Very nice. So we want to go down that Mississippian tree as quickly as possible. So we'll take the culture. Now, Shahanshah. Xerxes' subjects have I have probably butchered that like hell. Holy shit, I should not try to pronounce these things. Shahanshah. Xerxes' subjects have taken to calling him Shahanshah, the King of Kings. Yet the courtiers that gather daily to sing his praises will not be outdone. Truly, he is Ahura Mazda, the god of fire. Xerxes is a god, have 2 monuments, 400 happiness towards next celebration and another quest. Or Xerxes is a great king, have 2 altars for 100 gold in the next quest. Or, I mean, I guess is there value in humility for some science. We'll take the altars because altars are, for me, better than monuments. Alright, we could trade with Patavium for some clay and horses. We could trade with Axum. Adulis has camels though, so I would like to trade with Adulis if possible. How long until you... That's still quite a while away. I would like to go towards that gold. That'll still take a while. That salt would give me production towards training units though. But that is only a 1 food tile. We could go through that though, so that works out. Okay, 5 turns.
He was the
Let's see if we can get the Great Stele. And I think if I remember, can my unique unit, it can be plundered. So let's see if that was a dumb idea.
Machiavelli, per servirvi. In qual modo potrete voi servire me? Intendete, in qual modo potrei essere io al servizio vostro?
Machiavelli of Greece? Of Greece. Oh my goodness. You will have influence like no one else. Let's now unlock bronze working. Plus irrigation gives me another settlement limit, so that is nice as well. Will my merchant survive that? Only time will tell. I can only accept that one. I have barely any influence right now. You really play with that hostile city-state right now, aren't you? The way that scout goes is so not smart. I should not go for that. Where the hell did I find Augustus now?
Ego Octavianus Augustus Caesar, humilis primus civis, et princeps orbis terrarum.
Hello, how are you? How far away from 9 turns? Yikes.
May the might of the Lord cause no enemy to resist me, no enemy to follow me.
There's a great stele, 200 gold every time we build a wonder, including this one. I just love that wonder. Seriously, that's just very, very nice. We could immediately go... Ooh, actually, Petra, 1 gold in production and desert terrain in this settlement is actually huge. Let's go 5-7, that works. Like, we could go for... Yeah, let's build that there. And we can get our hands on either a library or a bridge. I'd like to have the library, thank you very much. Let's put that one up there. A little bit more science is good, especially we are quite behind when it comes to science. Alright, now let's trade and
The king's
hope
cup was placed on a tumulus with
we
many
won't
arrows.
die. Also, we've got some culture, and we've got 50 culture, and I think 100 gold? Yes, 100 gold, which I might need, given that there is a hostile army commander close to my city. We'll see. Caravan astray. Trade caravan is lost in the wild. Wait, what? Is it already lost? No, it's there. What? How is it lost? Okay, I don't know. The merchants in charge argue over how to find their route once more. One insists he can read the stars. The other sighs for once. Can't you just ask? He says, pointing to a nearby homestead. Use the stars or ask for directions. We go towards the monk's mound and therefore ask for directions. Plus, we have gotten... What did we just unlock? The pot cob and 10% production to its buildings. Ah, good. A story to tell. Satisfied at last. The writer. Yeah, we know that one. We will always take the codex. That is just arguably the better option. You are in 8 turns done. You still need 22 turns. Do I risk getting caught? I mean, I have increased sight, so that should be okay. I would like to take a look at the land up north, though. I don't think it is worth to take a look at the water anymore. At least for now. I'd like to keep my influence. There's still a couple of city-state that I might be able to grab. So we will wait on that. Let's get the wine. Let's make our way towards the tin, actually. That's a little bit more production. There, the land of Machiavelli. Okay, that gave us 2... Do we just 2 settlement limits? Do we just purchase another settler? 360? Yes, we do. And I would like to go for, yeah, Kana first. Now, where do we want to settle that one? Granted, you are still up for grabs, so I think I'll try to settle you. You are friendly in 1 turn, so that should work out. I should have probably gone for the culture, but like I said, there's still a city-state I would really like to have. With Machiavelli to the north, though, I am surprised that this one has not already been attacked. Yeah, of course there's a hostile galley. Okay, sure. Fine. We will wait until we have befriended Seleucia. Interesting. That's an interesting little mountain range. If we could get another settlement up there, we could sorta kinda gatekeep as to who will enter this territory on land from the north. So yeah, that is something that we could keep in mind. Give me the influence. Yeah, sure, we'll take the influence. Where do I want to settle? I think I want to settle right at 1. Ooh, you've grabbed that one. 1, 2. Wait, we settle here. 1, 2, 3. We should be able to get that one. Oh, should have probably seen that guy. Did not. Ah, there is another natural wonder. You didn't attack me though. That is good. I like that. And there is the hostile city-state. You will probably... Nope, Machiavelli did not care for you. That is wild. Okay, we've got Troy, and I mean, as always, I am still waiting for the time when one update will say, okay, that doesn't give you a free technology anymore, but let's say a boost, for example. But I will definitely take the free technology. Thank you very much. I'd like to settle here. Give me the best and brightest. This city will be home to the best and brightest, with the library as the epicenter of discourse, serving as a place of research. Scholars will be made here, and they shall usher in a new wave of discovery. Give study all the time it needs, or research is worth little without application. We could get a production and library, or just flat out science. And I think I'll take the flat out science. I like that. And we've got an expansionist attribute point, so that's 25% production towards training settlers. And I could go for the iron, but I would like to get as many of these wonder tiles as possible. So we will go for the Grand Canyon first. That is very mountainous. What does that wonder do again? 2 culture and rough terrain in the settlement, and 4 production, 2 happiness. So quite a nice wonder, actually. I like that. That is good. You've been attacked. Ouch. Run. Okay, we can start to befriend Thep. I'd like to get the salt as well. I'd like to get that tile. So now we've got 3 out of 4 of these tiles. That is okay. That works out. Salt, 20% production towards training units. Let's go for that one. Should also probably soon think about getting more traders. That is actually something we should think about right now. So let's purchase a trader and then get another city going. Ooh, Roma has quite a lot. Matara now has camels too now, though. We do want to trade with Roma first, though. That is just too much to pass. But we will get another trader, and that will help us, I hope. We should, right, we should think about getting a second altar as well. Can we just get out there alive? Honestly, maybe? Ooh, we might actually be able to do that. Settle too close to another cell. Okay, I guess. Carthage! There you are. What is that? That is the unique quarter. Okay, we now got one building receive one. All buildings receive 1 gold for adjacency for resources, or 1 gold and happiness for each imported resource. That will probably go in with the next celebration. That seems like a good thing to put in. Especially given that we trade quite a lot. There is the Mausoleum of Theodoric done. Yeah, the amount of fog of war that you can just reveal is absolutely amazing. Oh no! Who built it? And then my players. Oh, that I could not have been that far off. That is actually really insane and really bad. Where was Petra? Because I think that could have given me quite a lot. That gave me 1 gold and 1 production on desert terrain. And we have quite a lot of desert terrain that would have been worth a lot. Well, then I guess let's translate that into the Monk's Mound. At the very least, I hope we should get this wonder. Maybe. I guess time will tell if we get it. Oh, another hostile city-state. Not good. Have we? Wonderful. Economic attribute point. We want a couple of those as well. We don't have the resource slots so far though. 2 production, 2 happiness, just flat out 3 production. We'll take the production. Make my capital as productive as possible. That shaved off 2 turns of the Monk's Mound. And we could get another merchant, though we could also get another settler, and I think I like the settler more. Okay, you may not go that way. Okay, we could now target Champa. Do I want that? That is a good question. I think I'd rather want you. That would probably give me a little bit more visuals down in the southeast. And I'd like to get the fog of war going away. Where do I want to settle here? I like the idea of that settlement, so that I can kind of decide who gets in my lands via land route and who doesn't. Also, it could it could act as a gateway to the north in terms of trading. So yeah, I think I'd like to settle there. With that in mind, it probably would have been smarter to befriend Kampa. But I'm sure it won't cause any problems. The Dream Visitor, with a start, Achievement awakes from restless sleep. In dreams, they were visited by the Birdman, a powerful warrior holding a rattle fashioned from the skulls of their enemies. Before traveling to the upper world, the Birdman promised to retrieve the souls of the chieftain's kin from the realm of the dead. This account should be preserved through engraved images. This account should be immortalized through ritual dance. We'll take the codex. Thank you very much. Let's go towards mathematics now. What is the price for a city, and what would be the next best city for me? I don't like how, once again, I am very much in the middle of the continent. That'll make it difficult for me to get to the distant lands quickly. Not the biggest fan of that.
This is a
Birds in copper. An archer proudly strikes a ferocious pose before the coppersmith, who is crafting a plate depicting an avian warrior. The archer's friend mocks his posturing, but he feels certain that when the plate is finished, all will know and tremble before Mississippian might. His pose captures the pride of the people for economic attribute point, or these plates must be distributed far and wide for an expansionist attribute point. Let's take a look. Economic would give me 2 gold for every tech and civic mastery, or 2 gold per age for every active trade route, which could help quite well. Yeah, I think that is decided then. Give me the economic one. We do want... we cannot get that gold, unfortunately. That's a shame. Yeah, you know what? Let's support that one. It is time to get a little bit of culture. We are lacking in the culture department. And I would like to go towards skilled trades. Meaning I probably want you to be a city. Yes, 400, we can turn you into a city. Do I though? Or would that be that might be... Would it be a better city though? It would be a good starting point for... Or well, an okay starting point for going to the distant lands at some point. But would it be a good city? I don't think it would. I think... You have a lot of mountains. You technically... You have less... Yeah, you're probably the better city. You have more place to build stuff. So we will turn you
and here he
into
lay,
a city.
older than the hill he rested on.
There's the Monk's Mound. More space for resources. It looks pretty. I like it. Let's turn you into a city. Thank you very much. I'd like... Ooh, you could build the pyramids. Not interested in that though. I would like for you to get the altar going. Now we can get the gemstones. And we can slot you in. That is production, that is food. You may grow, you may produce. I would like to have some more traders. Let's get our hands on a handful of merchants now. Let's settle that city as well. I would like to go towards the iron as soon as possible. And I don't think I need you anymore, so we can send you up to Alabama. Just in case Champa decides that they want to attack, even though, I mean, Machiavelli starts to befriend them now. That still might take a while though. Shanghai has already been befriended. Carthage, you have... Where did you settle though? Ah, there are some more. What the hell? Machiavelli, what is that settlement? My friend, what's going on here? Okay, yeah, we want 1 gold and happiness for each imported resources. That should help quite a lot and give us quite a lot as well. I kind of wish... Okay, he goes for that city-state as well. I was about to say, I kind of wish he would go for that one because I do want to look at the what's going on down there. Is that already like distant lands or lands that you can only get through in the exploration age, or can you reach these lands with that land bridge? That would be interesting to see. So I will make you will make your way down to the east. That is Tubman declared on Catherine. Interesting. 5% construction towards wonders for every city-state. We will take that one. Let's go down there. You continue to make your way. You will probably... No, he doesn't care about you. But there are not that many... there are not that many city skills for cultural city-states anyway. So... Apart from a free technology... Ooh... Yeah, you might have a problem, Mr. Scout. Yep, let's trade with you. Let's get some clay and some of that. I need 3 more to get the golden age here. Honestly, you probably need a library quickly as well. So let's give you a library real quick. While we grow towards... Can we grow towards 1, 2, 3? We cannot grow towards the silver. But now we can slot in that codex as well. Wonder-wise, I am really lacking in the wonder department, and I don't know if... Yeah, you need to run. Run! Please get that archer away. Please. No? Okay. Screw you then, I guess. Now we can get the cotton. And that cotton. And the iron. Do I want 6 gold per turn? I'd rather have a cultural... I think I already have a cultural exchange. I do not. And let's go for another cultural exchange. Okay, currently there's not much else for me to slot in. We need... Good trade with Carthage now. Sure, just every trade route we can get, we will get. We need
When I was young,
a
I
market.
thought that money was the
We need a market. We definitely need a market. Okay, I will upgrade you and build me a fortification, please. Shahanshah. Soldiers pray before the altars of Xerxes. Through his divine guidance, they will find only victory. There is the 100 gold. Granted, that could have been better. We could go Bursa this time. Traders can be plundered. All tiles in the cities that are adjacent to... Yeah, we do have quite a... Though, does that only count for trade routes from that city? Or does that count for all trade routes? Traders cannot be plundered. That would be nice to have. I don't think it's worth it though. I think having something like a market might be worth more. While you continue with your traders, you build 4 more. We probably have far more trade route slots, but 4 more might just be enough for now. Can we see how much? We have no idea how much culture we get from
after the assembly.
Trade routes, right? Inexpensive trade caravan. I mean, we have 3 trade caravans, so we should get 3 culture from that. Rural district. That's Chickasaw. Let's just assume it works that way. There is. Can you? Are you going to attack? That is Carthage. No, you already go to Carthage. So you may go to Kwaiji or Seleucia. Kwaiji, sure. That is the Terracotta Army finished. What do I want to do with you? I mean, I guess I can send you... I can try to send you eastwards. Because going that way will not work for another 12 turns. apparently. Let's trade as well. We need more resource slots. Then again, technically only 2 more, so actually purchasing you a market. 1 gold for each adjacent coastal tile, gold for each adjacent navigable river terrain, and 1 gold for each adjacent wonder. That it does not give anything to traders or something like that is wild to me. I could have traded with Tubman though, thinking about it. I think she still has 1 more city that has camels. That was Bursa done. Thank goodness I did not start with that wonder. 15% towards constructing wonders. Ooh. Am I planning to build a lot of wonders? I'm not sure if I do. And 6 culture is quite a lot. Is there? Yeah, probably there might be. Although, granted, you are still 11 turns away, and that goes for 15 turns, so I won't have that much. But another altar is quite nice to have. We can make our way towards that gold. That would be great, that gold. More trade routes. Where is... I mean, we're still on the way to Carthage. We want to trade with Matara, though. Alright, there's the trade. But look, all the people like me. That is nice. I like that. Just wait until they don't like me anymore. I think now it's time to go for priesthood. With you done, we could, yeah, you know what? Let's go for the pyramids. We get 15% production towards wonders. Is there anything that gives production? Cotton. There is the golden age. Wonderful. We'd like to have... I mean, military probably not. We'd like to get towards the fealty. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more settlements would be great to have. Science as well. Culture, I think I've already lost too many wonders for that to matter anymore. Can I give you something productive though? I think a brickyard, for example, and some barracks and a saw pit. Anything to somehow boost your production is nice. That is the Weijang Palace done. Sure. Right, another merchant. I think now it's time to trade with Seleucia. And I think we'll make that merchant and then continue on building some infrastructure again. That should be enough merchants, for now at least.
Perfection.
Okay, we are slowly but surely befriending these people. We cannot go towards any other resource, but there's a production mine that helps quite a lot. I'm not sure if I want to keep those scouts, if I'm completely honest. I mean, I could have sent you somewhere around here. There's still a hostile settlement though. Do I just send you? Sure, why not? I don't need 2 scouts in the same place. That is not important.
Skill.
Okay, wonderful. The foreign settlement Carthage add dates to your trade route. Wonderful, we love that. I'll take the diplomatic influence. I'll again take the diplomatic influence. Thank you very much. Literacy, Nalanda. It's a long shot. Nalanda always goes rather quickly. Okay, can we give you 4 gold? You'd give 10% culture, we'd like that, although you don't do much culture. Happiness, food and production, production and warehouse buildings. Let's get the production and warehouse buildings again. And I guess a little bit more gold cannot hurt. Let's trade with you, meaning you immediately get another camel, meaning a lot more gold. And no, you actually want... you probably want Kaolin in Kusa. 2 food in cities, 4 food in towns. Let's get the... but you are good to go for now. Now let's get you into Cahokia. It's a little bit suboptimal, but I don't really want to change the existing resources in Kusa. Are you at war with anyone? You are at war. I am sorry, I must decline. I'm happy with the gold I'm making. Kampa is being befriended. I have 170 though. You are not. I will befriend you, or at least I will try to befriend you. Another economic city-state could be worth quite a lot. Can you please be friendly? Oh my goodness. How long does that take? Oh, that was close.
From the summit of these pyramids, 40 centuries of history look down upon you.
There's the pyramid. Probably not the best one in that city because I think it only accounts for rivers in that city. But I rarely build that wonder. And what is it? 1 gold and 1 production on minor navigable. Yeah, in this tile, in that city. And there we want to try to go for the Colossus. You have a 6 production blacksmith. Thank you very much. Sure, I would have loved to accept that. Are you at war with anyone, Mr. Machiavelli? Neutral, hostile, friend, you are not, so we can very much go into an alliance. Let's get some production buildings up and running, actually. We should probably do, and get our hands on some pot cops. They are cheap, and they have somewhat existing yields. Growing fame as the Watonathi forges new bonds with surrounding people through trade. The famed pot cop attracts much curiosity, both as a spiritual side and as a marvel of construction. Develop a tourist attraction or share construction methods. We'll take the culture. Thank you very much. Alright, and with you, we could... what would be a good trade route? I could go for the jade. I could use some jade. Troy, Sithep, Gishe. Could also trade with Neapolis. That would finish the trades with... what's it called, with Catherine, and we could get another trader into Axum to finish the maximum trade routes with Harriet Tubman. I like that idea. Do we have enough money? We do not have enough money for another trader, so we'll need to wait. Machiavelli became Sultan of Gishe, sure. Improve trade relations with Machiavelli, absolutely. I mean, I cannot decline that, unfortunately. Ooh, did someone... wait, hang on. Someone... yep. An unmet player finished Nalanda and an unmet player finished the Colossus. That is such a shame. I would have loved to have the Colossus. But again, as always, I feel like that is wild. How in Viceroy you get the wonder is getting stolen from you by so quickly. That is absolutely wild. So no wonder for you. We could go for an amphitheater for a little bit more culture, and I would like to have a little bit more culture. Whoever got that Colossus, I hope you are happy that you stole that from me. If you could stay away from that ruin, that would be phenomenal.
When I
The Tech Wrangler. Ambition drives innovation with still so much to discover and explore. Mastering skill becomes a work of a lifetime. We'll definitely take the Codex. We cannot put it in just yet. But, I mean, we have it. Let's get the production going. You start the trade route. Unfortunately, I cannot slot any of that in because someone stole the Colossus from me. We're finally getting close to that gold. I think I start to not care for survey anymore. I'd rather have the gold from each imported resource and the shell-tempered pottery, I guess. Now let's get... We have a lot of money. Let's get the Watonahi real quick and we will build the barracks. I would love for you to get away from there, but you will probably not do that. Another Silk Road milestone. There's the Nalanda. Can we build the... Not in that town, we can't. And we also cannot build Nalanda here. So let's build a fishing key. 7 food is a very nice fishing key. However, I'd rather have the 6 food, 1 gold, and keep this tile. Alright. Let's get these things. Let's get these settlement limits going. And yeah, trading with Augustus would probably be the better move. I'd like to trade with Tubman though to get the maximum amount of trade routes there. Where would we need to build Nalanda? Wrong wonder. Oh, has already been built. Never mind then. Let's get the monument going. Ooh, that is a very nice tile. And let's get another monument going. Do I still care about my scouts? I mean, I've probably seen everything I can on that coast as well. I maybe care for that, but Medijo should probably get that to me, for me anyway. I mean, look at these. Oh, look at that. You are unhappy though. Minus 0.5. We could get you a villa, 1132. Sure. That made you happy again. Wonderful. Let's give you a villa as well. 3332. Oh, we love that. We love these tiles. I don't think I care about these scouts that much anymore. I think they've done their job pretty good. Let's get a bath. Unfortunately, we need that bath to go on that river. So maybe not yet. Let's first get a granary going. And I'd like you to heal up a little bit. Maybe you will get attacked though. Speaking of attacking, Machiavelli declared on Tubman and Hamonga Maui is done. And I've already seen the unfortunate go to war, and I do not want to go to war. Ooh, 813, 334 amphitheater. We definitely want to have that one. There's Emil Beldan. Yeah, I think with all the wonders being built now, I'd need one more, but I don't even know if there's another wonder ready for me to build. Let's take a look real quick. You've been built. I mean, I guess the Pyramid of the Sun's still there, but I need flat terrain adjacent to district. Maybe that's possible. The Mausoleum is done, the Terracotta Army is done, the Gate of All Nations is still there. Actually, we might... I completely forgot about that wonder. We think we can do that? That is a very, very disgustingly late wonder. Mundo Perdido is already been built. Especially for the Gate of All Nations. I doubt that we'd get that, but then again, that is a 4-turn Gate of All Nations. I'm not sure, but you can build me a bath now, I guess. Oh, you are again on -4 unhappiness in that city. Ooh. Can we give you any more happiness? We can. Not yet, though. That's a little bit of a shame. Why -4, though? Damn, your unhappiness is disgusting. The Hand That Feeds, the manager of a portable food stall, has been peddling wines and meat pies to a mob of political protesters. However, the drink has further excited the crowds, which overturned the stall and set it ablaze. Impose new taxes on wine or outlaw drinking near the civic center. We'll take the production on the palace. We have 2,000 gold now. I will get my hands on another settler. Sure. Let's be happy together. Okay, and we can start building ancient walls. And there is the Gate of All Nations. I think that was like 1 turn or something like that. So, Pyramid of the Sun. I can already see it. I don't get any more wonders. Oh, I can already see it. We could settle here. Actually, that would be a nice settlement. Actually, what the hell? My settlers ahead? What happened to you? Why? What? My poor guy is a floating head? That is tough luck for you, my friend. That is very, very bad. I really dislike that for you. Sorry that you need to suffer that much. I hope someone will help you in this desperate... Look at that! Look at that! Why do I not get any wonders? I hate it here! I hate it here! I cannot have any wonders in this game. I swear, I will stay on that 1 milestone because I will not get a single fucking wonder ever again. Oh, I am mad. Who's stealing all these wonders? Can you stop, please? That would be great. I guess we can get our hands on some altars, to be honest. I do want to settle here. I'd like to say, okay, Megiddo is finally being friendly. I just delete you. I don't think I have any other use for scouts anymore. so many. Let's just take a look. What are we looking in? Where we're standing in the rankings? I mean, I'm surprisingly still. I mean, granted, okay, it's probably also when a unknown civ does something in the ranking system that it will show up. Probably, maybe, I don't know. But like, for the fact that how much I struggle with that bullshit, I am getting quite a lot of points. So let's hang on. Let's take a look at all the wonders. Are there any wonders available? Bursa has been built. The Great Stele has been built. The Hanging Gardens have been built. Pyramids have been built. Hamonga Maui has been built. The Pyramid of the Sun has also been built. Mundo Perdido has been built. The Sharukin has been built. Gate of All Nations done. Oracle's done. Colosseum still up for grabs. Petra's done. Emil Bell is done. Terracotta Army is done. Weijiang Palace is done. Sanchi Stupa Mausoleum. Nalanda is gone, Colossus is gone, Monk's Mound is gone, and Angkor Wat is still up for grabs. So basically Colosseum and Angkor Wat are the only two wonders that are still possible to be built. That is, in theory, 2 chances for me to still get another point in this culture victory path. And with that, we need 1, 2, 3 more. Okay, and you have done your job as well. Sure. Let's get rid of you. 3 more codices are needed. Can we get a good specialist? I mean, they are all pretty nice. I did not want to place that here. Holy shit, could we not? Although, I mean, granted, that would give me a pot cop, which I guess we'll take. Okay, continue with the ancient walls. We now have, in theory, enough space for codices. Now we just need them codices. There's the horses. I'll gladly get the cultural exchange with you. There is another settlement limit. Let's try to go for the Colosseum. Can we get that one this time, please? Oh my goodness, I don't want to be one-turned again. I'm chill. Everything is alright. I am not mad. Everything is fine. Don't let people tell you otherwise. Give me a fishing key and an altar real quick. And the fish. We need 5 turns for the Colosseum. We have Rome in the game. So honestly, I am wondering why the hell that wonder is not gone yet. Are you at war with anyone? Yes, you are. I am sorry, but I cannot. Where do I want to settle you? I think somewhere around that incense. Probably here to get that incense quickly as well. With that settled, we are at 7 settlements and we need 1, 2 more for the fealty. That should potentially be doable. Maybe. Hopefully. Guess we'll find out. 1 turn for the Colosseum. Watch me getting 1 turned, my friends. You had -7 happiness. That is problematic, my friend. -7 is indeed not good. But you can give me a pot cop now. Okay, screw the production, screw that production, and screw the food. What you need is happiness, and you need it now. 4 happiness, another 4 happiness, and another 4 happiness. Wonderful.
While stands the Colosseum,
There's the Colosseum!
Rome shall stand. When falls the Colosseum, Rome shall fall. And when Rome falls, with it shall fall the world.
I already thought I will never get that milestone point. Holy hell. But that is 3 culture and 2 happiness on quarters in this settlement. Oh my goodness, we've got it. We won't get any more. I mean, in milestone, we might get Angkor Wat. Probably not, knowing my luck. But that is around as far as we'll get in that. We will try to go for the fealty. I would love to have fealty. I am so desperately going for that golden age, and we have gotten that golden age. So at the very least, we have gotten the golden ages, the trade golden age, or rather the economic golden age, which seems good given how much trade routes we have. If I hadn't gotten that golden age, I would have done something wrong. Dramatically wrong. The rising storm. The great civilization of the world have risen, and in their rise others too ascend. Once metalworking, agriculture, and the growth of cities were limited to points on the landscape. Now these are commonplace in all but the most remote corners of the world. Those once thought barbarians now lay equal claim to the mantle of civilization, and the learning of the city centers extends far beyond the boundaries of the known world. With this comes the question, why are you ascendant and we are not? Continue the crisis. That will turn out to be a problem. I can already see you doing problematic things. Let's get ourselves some walls. Plus, that should also give us the Normans? Maybe not. Maybe that's something for in the exploration age. That may be the thing. Let's get some pot cops going. Ooh, Ash10C, thank you for following. Why did I not hear that? Are my alerts bugged out again? My alerts, I might need to fix my alerts. Anyway, thank you for following. I hope you enjoy your stay. And yeah, let's get some pot cops up and running. What did OBS do there? Okay, yeah, I think with that, actually we should probably go for pot cops. Thinking about it. Let's go for the growth. 2 happiness in all settlements. That is lovely. And 100 gold. Yeah, sure. We'll go with 100 gold. Okay, 1 turn until we can try to go for Angkor Wat. Gold buildings receive 1 gold for every city stage of Susanov. Absolutely, we'll take that one. And more walls, thank you very much. Now, Angkor Wat, 5 turns. Please. Will we be able to get that? We will see. Do I want monks more? What does it do? Resource capacity in cities? Ooh. What are these masteries though? 2 food in settlements, 1 culture from specialists, 3 culture from city-state. Ooh, that also sounds like a very nice thing to have. Let's get 1 science from specialists. Ooh, I love that. We do have a couple of specialists going on.
The true
3 turns. Let's count down. Friends. Will it work? We need codices. And desperately so.
after
2 turns. Do I want to try to clear that encampment? Those are questions that I cannot answer. I might also want to get the warehouse buildings in, actually. I mean, I have a lot of money. I will not get that money, have that money in the... that's not the wording. Wait. Let me start that sentence again. I have a lot of money and I will not keep that money when going into the next age. So I might as well purchase some buildings. Ooh, look at these yields. Delicious. We can get a handful of buildings here as well. That is another pod cop though. So yeah, we will try to go for that one. Let's get this mastery as well. The arena. That is 226. That is a pod cop gone, but I don't mind it that much. That is a good arena. We'd like to get that one.
there is another.
Tree of Fortune. Devotees surround a large tree, running their fingers over its rough bark. They believe it is the home of a lucky spirit. Collect tribute fees from believers, embrace the legend to attract farmers, or dispel this foolish superstition. I don't really need any of that anymore, but we'll take the food in towns, I guess. That is okay. Is that another pod cop? That is another pod cop. I think also we have another pod cop here, and we should have another. We could build that one though, so no need to purchase that one. Can we give you a granary and next turn a brickyard? I think it was, maybe. All right, let's get this mastery going, then commerce, and then we can go into the future civics.
All beings who are plunged into the ocean of existence, may I draw them out by virtue of this good work.
There is Angkor Wat. Very, very nice. We've actually got that one. Nice, and that should be the last wonder, right? That should be it. So let's get the arena quickly. Catherine declared on Harriet.
And
There is the scientific golden age. Do we want to see if we can get this one gone? We won't get any more here. We could and probably should get our hands on 2 more settlers though. Quickly. I would like to have fealty. Not gonna lie, that could be quite handy. Now where would I want to settle though? We are a little bit boxed in. I could put another settlement here. Tubman will probably not like that. and one around here to get that silver, to get 1, 2, 3. To get that silver as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could settle here. That is probably a good settlement. And the other one will probably settle around there somewhere to get a little bit more access to the coast. Let's get the Podcop going. Do we want to get the Podcop going though? We could get another ancient bridge. Yeah, we don't want these bridges though. I think at least. Let's attack. Jie has been defeated. Do I know? Oh, Jaishi! Interesting. That is interesting indeed. Yes, we'll take the culture, we'll take the Podcop. I would like to have another settler. I would like to give you the saw pit. You will build the Podcop as well. We probably take a step forward now. Great library for Augustus is done. Give me 3 culture for every suzerain, city-state I'm suzerain of, and I'll take a wall, and I'll take the ancient bridge here. Okay, what's the happiness so far? We can settle. That is okay for me.
The truly brave.
There's another mastery, I think it was, right? I think it was that mastery. No, it was not. Was it that one? It may have been that one. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just continue building up walls, I guess. You have nothing else to do. You could get me another bridge, and I mean, don't really like to do that, but sure, I guess. And oh, that may be a problem. Let's step back a little bit. Don't really like that you have gotten another unit out. Will that kill you? It will not. But it will give you a level up though. That is good. That we like to see. You probably have quite some options. Nope, you do not have any options for podcasts. Let's give you some stuff though. You are unfortunately unhappy with -1. We can change that. Thing is, can we change that by a lot? Does not look like it, but we can at least make you happy with a +1. That works in some way. But that should kill you now, right? Yeah, that will get you down. Do I want to settle just yet? Sure, we can work that out. Rumors and portents in the spaces between, in the distant points on the map. The steady growth of prosperity and population intensifies even as the great civilizations of the world expand. Lands once thought wasteland turns to pasture, and expanding families mean more second and third children eager to make a name for themselves. Ambitions grow, and the eyes of the steppes and mountains, the forests and deserts turn hungrily towards the great cities. How bad is our happiness? Good. Yeah, that is pretty bad. But I can give you at least some happiness. And if I get that out and I get this one in, you are at least happy with a +2. You, however, are minus... what was -2? -4? -4. Which is a bit of a problem, but... Why? I don't know why I scroll down. What wonder am I still hoping for? -10 gold for... I'm not Susan of that many cities. Say that is a problem, however. You might need to build up an army real quick. Give me... What do I want? Give me a handful of spearmen and another burning arrow, please. I know Creek is brimming with discontent. That is not a good spawn for that spearman. Let me tell you, it truly is not. Okay, can we give any more? We could purchase you an ancient bridge. You need a lot of them. You could give me another podcop. You could also give me another podcop and a heck ton of ancient bridges. You can give me another podcop. And you can get some basic infrastructure going. I know you will probably hate that I've settled where I've settled, but what can I do? There is nothing really that I can do here. Okay, yeah, you went straight for my burning arrow. Okay, that is another level up. Finish these walls real quick. Ahura Mazda, a god of fire, can bring light and cleanse and warm, can cook what is raw, but fire spreads too voracious and unslackable. The soldiers of Xerxes consume all in their path, or praise the flame of... We consume. Capture a settlement. That is not going to happen. There are things that are just not going to happen, and that is one of those things that will not happen. There's a lighthouse, though. Interesting. Okay, can you please attack here? And we'll continue getting these fish boats up and running, and I guess another mine is good to have. We're already at 900 gold again, so you can give yourself some more infrastructure. You are done, you get ancient walls, you can get an ancient bridge. Sure. There's a little bit more silver for me. That burning arrow might... Nope. He killed himself on this guy. Let's send you in here. I know my burning arrow is a little bit at risk of dying, but he'll make it through. I'm sure he can. We've got a wild card attribute point. What do we want? I think we want the influence. If we can get to the 50% influence towards befriending independence, that would be great to have. Okay, with that, food, a little bit of happiness, and some science. Do we need, yeah, you know what, a little bit of science. We're still getting research and technologies. Okay, let's heal you up for a bit. There's a flood! Yikes. There's a bit more science here. Can we get to it? We can get to that marble. We should probably go for that one. I just realized if I would have settled here, I could have gotten that gold. That is a little bit of an oversight on my end. Let's get the food again. Units here. Resource capacities in cities, meaning we can get the rest in here. Quite nice. Not that we need it. Let's get some more fish boats. There's a little bit more science on that field. We can get another pot cop. Dismiss. I know I have 1,000 gold. I should probably buy in some stuff again. We could get another pot cop and some ancient bridges going, and if I do that right, we can get another pot cop. You can give me a fishing key, a brickyard, an ancient bridge, a granary, and a saw pit. And that was just enough. You could probably get a handful of pot cops again. Let's get some research initiatives going. The last ancient wall in that city. Of course you spawned another spearman, why wouldn't you? The Scourge unveiled. Ambition finds a home in the hearts of the once scattered people of the places in between. A great scourge has amassed with an eye towards the settled world. A scourge is not one strand, but many, each an army led by commanders seeking their own chance at dominion, seeking to claim the mantle of civilization. Or leave it shattered. With their arrival comes a fracturing of what peace remains in the land. The time has come to kill or be killed, to fight or perish, to seek to catch the whirlwind in a net. Continue the crisis. There's a little bit more science here. I'll take the happiness in cities for each commander level. And I'll take the combat strength penalty. We will just defend. I don't think we will be able to get this city-state to go away, especially given how much freaking army he just spawned in out of thin air. So, yeah. Let's just get a handful of pot cops. Another ancient bridge. That opens up the possibility for another pot cop. Heal up, please. That you might become a problem. Ooh, that is a problem. Let's fall back a little bit. Let them come. Do we need more burning arrows? We might need a couple of burning arrows and some more spearmen. As if you start to attack my city now. Charge! I just pretend you didn't do that. Look at that juicy spearman.
I
really need to fight you now, don't I? Did that kill you? Thank you very much. Thank you that this worked. Speaking of, we can repair some stuff and we have a couple more pot cops to buy. There is also another pot cop. There is a pot cop and a handful of bridges and a granary on that pot cop. Okay. Interesting. Could you stop attacking my city? Who died? My spearman has died. From what? Does my own fire hurt me? Is that what you're saying? That my own fire hurts me? No, that is fine. That is absolutely okay. Why would I be mad about that? Seriously, that is absolutely fine. Let's just spam some bridges in here. Because we do not have enough bridges, let me tell you. Can you ever have enough bridges? Sure. Have everything that gives happiness is something good. In my book. Stop attacking my shit, please. And another bridge. Now you are severely unhappy. But you have bridges. How can you be unhappy with bridges? As another point for me, give me the influence towards befriending people. Can we not go that way, please? Thank you. Is that another pot cop? I probably could place them in a better place, given that they give each other adjacency. But what do I know anyway? That is also another pot cop. Speaking of placing them in smarter places, huh? And we have one more. At least I think, shouldn't they give... No, right. That was the Axamite thingy, right? That was the Howlet that gives adjacency. Yeah. You know, that actually makes sense. Okay, let's repair some stuff real quick. Some more research initiatives. You run in. Look, you are somewhat surrounded. You do not care about being surrounded. Okay. Then I don't care either. Fire! In we go. Maybe we'll get that one. Maybe we will. Only time will tell. But yeah, I think my own fire hurts me. hang on. And disperse! There is another promotion for my army commander. Wonderful. I did not want to click that away. Let's support that decision. There's another pot cop. All right. Another Silk Road milestone for someone. That's gotta be close to being finished, right? Let's get a research initiative down real quick. Actually, you know what? That is okay. Let's run away from that position. And heal up. That is potentially another pot cop. What do they look like? Let's take a look at them real quick. Ah, they're pretty. They're like a mini version of the Monk's Mound, and looking more like an actual village rather than one house on a hill. But pretty. Do I hear a pot cop? And another pot cop. Imagine if they would get adjacency bonuses from each other. Oh, would I love that. Do I need another? Hang on. How, can I get another real quick? Can I get another army commander? Because I think I lose my units if I don't have them inside an army commander. Of course, he's all the way back there. That is a filled one. That is another phalanx. So 2 phalanxes and 2 burning arrows. That is 1 phalanx and 2 burning arrows. We have another phalanx. Do we have enough time though? Let's send you immediately. You will go in there. You will run to here and in and in and in you go. And with that, hopefully, my troops should be able to, I should be able to carry my troops to the next age. And speaking of the next age, a world broken. The scourge has ended and the world yet turns, but its shape is unfamiliar. Peoples displaced from their homelands make new homes where they have settled. Forever gone is a world of a singular city and a vast barbarian hinterland. Now those that city dwellers once looked down upon wear their own crowns, and tongues once thought unfit for the capital are spoken by monarchs. The ancient era has passed on to a new time of interconnection. Even we have not remained untouched, as a wave of refugees and immigrants reshape who we are, what tongue we speak, and what stories we tell. The age of antiquity is ending. Who will carry our legacy now that we will see? And we can ally ourselves with Augustus and immediately regret that that alliance, because he is at war. At the end. And we got another future tech in. Holy moly, what do I want? I mean, I could get the free war support, and I think I like the free war support. And we could take a look at, before we finish, is there other stuff for me? Hang on. We can get another pot cop. You stay where you are. Is there, we start with Cahokia, is there anything we can purchase? No, there is not. We are done. And someone has completed the Great Library as the Antiquity Age comes to an end.
Some build monuments to their strength or to their prosperity. The Mississippians pledge their shrines to knowledge and its power to change the world.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how much the culture from trade routes actually did, but I think I'm quite happy. We've got 2 golden ages. We've got 2 paths to the second milestone. All in all, we've done quite well for ourselves. So let's transition to the next age and hope that the game won't crash. Okay, who do we want to play? Bulgaria, Chola, Hawaii, Inca, Ming, Norman, and Shawnee. In the spirit of trading, is anyone there who can trade? Bulgaria, not really for trading. Chola, it gets a trade route, +1 trade route from improved trade relations action. And its unique district gives 5 land trade route and 15 naval trade route. So that is something we need to keep in mind. Hawaii gets a unique missionary and a unique infantry unit, which is nothing for trading. The Incans gain a unique scout and a unique ranged unit. Also nothing really that screams trading. The Ming get a unique merchant, which gets +100 gold when using the create a road action. Granted, I'm probably not using that a lot. I didn't use it once, I believe, in this game. We've got a unique cavalry unit, unique settler, and the quarter gives production towards cavalry units, so not really the Normans. And the Shawnee get a unique missionary and a unique infantry unit. I think the Chola it is. I think they seem to be the best for what we can do, for what our leader wants to do, rather. Getting an extra trade route from the improved trade relations on top of all the trade routes that we already have, and unique quarter that increases the trade range. Yeah, let's go with the Chola.
The monsoon gathers, filling sails and banners, pushing the fierce Chola toward their destiny.
And with that, we have finished the ancient era and started our way into the exploration age. And as always, I will call it here for this stream, but do not click away right now, because we might be able, I don't know, I actually have no idea if that number that Twitch shows is actually accurate, but we will try out. We might be able to do another raid today, so I guess that is what I want to try out and see if anyone wants to join, and if not, then I guess we'll try it another day. Anyway, like I said, I will end my stream for today. The raid will start soon. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you still have a wonderful time for whatever it is that you are doing today. And thank you all for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Don't go just yet. Like I said, the raid will start soon, or at least we'll try to. But that is it from me. Have a great day, and bye!